A sad update tonight for a Biloxi family who were burned in an apartment fire. Their daughter, Traniya, has died from her injuries.
She was just 12 years old and had been fighting for her life at a Texas hospital. Noah Noble sat down with the family today as they grieve the loss.
Noah, how's the family doing?
Well, this was an emotional interview for a family that has already been through so much. But even through the tears, they still managed to smile. That's because they're incredibly grateful and thankful for what they have, a new place to call home, and all the support that South Mississippi showed them after their story aired.
It meant everything. It meant everything, you know, to be going through something, to, you know, you constantly asking, and then when the video got aired, I think it really touched a lot of people.
Miko Butler sat next to her grandson, Traniya, and her son-in-law, Roderick Starks, as they told me about the generosity they were shown, mostly from strangers. Were you surprised to see that?
Oh, yes, yes, sir, because most of the people that did majority of the help, I really didn't even know them. We got a lot of help from the Freemasons of Gulfport, and then a few people, they just remained anonymous.
In March 2024, Starks and his family barely escaped a raging fire that destroyed their apartment. Starks was badly burned, but his two stepkids were even worse. Half of Traniya's body was covered in third-degree burns, and his sister, Traniya, suffered the same burns on 80% of her little body. After months of being in the hospital, both Starks and Traniya were released. But 12-year-old Traniya remained in intensive care at a hospital in Galveston, Texas. Her grandmother, Miko, made a promise to stay by her side. After my report aired in October, things were looking up.
It seemed like she was progressing some because she had a lot of great days. She'll look at me and smile or whatever. And, you know, it was just good to hear her, you know.
Traniya told her family she hoped to be out of the hospital by her birthday in October, but as the days ticked by, she remained under intensive care when her family came to celebrate her birthday.
It was sad to sit in the bed celebrating her birthday because I know one thing, she told me one of her goals was to be at the bed before her birthday came.
In January, Traniya's outlook took a turn for the worse. After more than 60 surgeries and months of around-the-clock care, Traniya was losing too much blood. Her heartbeat became weak, and her young, tired body was shutting down. Were you there in the room whenever she passed?
Yes, I was laying with her. I lay with her on top of her, kissing her, rubbing her head, talking to her, praying with her. I was not going to let her leave by herself. I told her I wasn't going to never let her leave by herself, and I did. I was there with her. Right there with her. Till her heart stopped.
Roderick Starks got that dreaded phone call on January 20th. His wife, Traniya's mother, Traniya Butler, took the news hard.
She's dealing with it as best as you can think a mom should. The last few days, like since Miko been home, we've been sitting around, like in the evening time, having conversations and stuff. So everything has been getting a little lighter. It's been a week, but it's still gonna be a long time, for a long road to recovery after this, because it still doesn't seem real.
She'll always be remembered there, always.
Traniya's funeral arrangements are this week in Macomb, Mississippi. As for her brother Traniya, he took the loss hard as well, but he's on a road to recovery and will be back in school soon. Hugh.